So YouTube recently posted this to me on my YouTube dashboard. And yes, I didn't know I have been posting long form videos on YouTube for 5 years. But to be honest, it feels really demotivating to be reminded of that. So thank you, YouTube. Because after 5 years, I don't feel like I achieved what I wanted to achieve on YouTube. I want to share something very important with you if you plan to start a YouTube channel or if you are still on this journey. Now, this video isn't about me complaining about the lack of progress or trying to discourage you from starting a YouTube channel. I thought I should make that clear first. So if you plan to take this journey called YouTube, I highly suggest you to have an open mind just for the next couple of minutes and listen to what I am about to share with you from my experience in my last 5 years. Because you never know, maybe you might find gaps or a hole I stepped in that you should avoid. The first one I want to share the most is YouTube will do whatever it takes to make you feel bad about yourself. What I mean by that is when you start YouTube, you will start to research your competitors, right? So you will go around looking up channels that are similar to you. That in return teaches YouTube about your habits, what you're interested in, what your search history looks like, and YouTube will try its best to shove down more of those content to your home feed. And then once that happens, you'll start to see all these channels that you reckon are not producing top-notch videos as good as you, but they gain traction and you don't. YouTube helps in personalization, recommending channels to you before you even know it. That's good as a viewer, but it sucks as a content creator. Because when you see other channels of similar niches as you get those views and subscribers, you'll start to wonder what you're doing wrong. You'll start to wonder why it is not you who is getting pushed, and it makes you want to give up. The other thing I want to share with you is that you only need one viral video to propel your channel to the next level. And over the course of my journey, I was lucky that I managed to get 3 semi-viral videos, and those 3 videos are responsible for pushing my channel to what it is today. So yes, you do need some viral videos or your channel won't grow. There's no magic formula to going viral. If I'm to be honest with you, those 3 virals video I got has got nothing special to it. And I know many channels would say you just need to double down on those viral videos, but I'm quite certain that isn't how it works. So here's the thing I want to say about viral videos. You will start to see a lot of videos on YouTube that go viral easily, but there are a lot of things happening behind the scenes that you don't know of. Let's face it, content creators and influencers, they aren't exactly the most honest people on this planet. People these days would go to extreme measures in the name of getting attention. For example, they might have created 100 videos and one went viral. Then they will remove the 99 videos from their channel so that only that one viral video is viewable, making people believe that they know what they're doing. It is sort of like bragging in a way. Or even like myself, I have a video that has over 500,000 views. I can easily trick you as well and claim that I know what I'm doing so that you sign up to my course, for example. So the whole wanting to go viral concept is quite toxic, but unavoidable due to the nature of the game. You need viral videos to grow your channel, so you focus a lot on it and get stressed out when you don't get it. And then you forgot the reason why you started a channel in the first place. The only way to escape this is really be very certain about what you're trying to achieve. So do put some thought into it. And the main culprit or the decision maker to your videos going viral is really the YouTube algorithm. The YouTube algorithm has a lot of mood swings, but it is unfortunately the one who decides if your channel is going to make it or break it. Over my last 5 years, I reckon I have about 1 or 1.5 years of getting pushed, and that's great. But also, it makes my channel very dependent on the algorithm, and that's not good. And there's actually no indication on why it behaves the way it does too. Take for example these 2 videos. They are both about AI automation, they are both about N8N, they are both about Agent Kit. Even the thumbnail looks similar. But this one over here only got 48 views in the first day, whereas this gets 145,000 in 4 days. To do a better comparison, this channel here got over 68,000 views in the first day. You can of course argue that this one here gets more because he has more subscribers and is the bigger channel, which is a valid point. But my biggest issue here is favoritism. What I mean by that is bigger channels always get priority over smaller ones. I deliberately chose these two channels for comparison because of their topic, title, and thumbnail are very similar, so I want to eliminate as many variables as possible. And this leaves me with their channel's size. There's a theory going around YouTube that YouTube shows your newly launched video to your subscribers first. If they watch it and it gains traction, then the algorithm will consider pushing your new video to a wider audience. This, from my experience, usually happens in the first 48 hours. The first 24 hours is pushed to your subscribers, and then the algorithm decides if it should push to a new audience in the next 24 hours. Very hypothetical, but I always find there's a flaw to it, because if that theory is true, then big channels will continue to dominate YouTube forever. And this channel I showed you, the bigger one with more subscribers, obviously started as a small channel as well and grew to what it is. So we can't always complain that the bigger channel gets the bigger cut. So what I'm saying here is no one actually knows what the algorithm does. But I do believe there is favoritism in the algorithm, because ultimately the algorithm is built by humans with emotions. And this year alone has been particularly bad, not just small channels, but big channels too. Channels that used to get hundreds of thousands of views are now getting only thousands of views. So I don't think it is an absolute thing that once your channel is big, it remains big. Even PewDiePie hasn't grown for years. There is something else in the YouTube algorithm that nobody knows, and it will continue to drive you nuts if you continuously pursue for an answer. You will need to accept that, or you will feel miserable in every content you create. But easier said than done, right? Because one thing I hate about YouTube is the noise. And I mean the noise around all these videos who claim they know every hack, every shortcut, every easy way to make money, everything they know that you don't. It is so noisy that it becomes impossible to know what is true and what isn't. But for me, the saddest part is how so many viewers choose to believe in the easy path over the right path. For me, in the last 5 years, I've always given the benefit of the doubt to the channels. I try out what they say about knowing the secrets to YouTube growth before jumping into conclusion, because you never know, maybe that one YouTuber just might know what the true secret is. However, 90% of the time, it does not work. If anything, it worked for them at that time, but it is no longer working. So what I'm getting at here is that there are lots of false claims about knowing the secrets to anything, money, growth, whatever it is you're seeking. And it is near impossible to predict because YouTube is a media platform and media is always changing on a daily basis. What I found about YouTube is you have a high chance of going viral if you are one of the first to cover a current topic. What I mean is, you can predict what's coming, but you cannot time a trend. And so I'm going to sound like a broken record here, but YouTube needs to be treated like a business, because running a business requires you to always be constantly changing and adapting to changes. That's the nature of YouTube as well. I know some of you will disagree and will claim how you're just doing YouTube for fun, but I don't think that's the case, and this isn't just baseless personal opinion. I know this because I've replied to thousands of comments on my channel, and often those who say they are doing this for fun are also the ones who care the most about views and subscribers. So I've talked about how we need viral videos to grow. I've talked about how we are at the mercy of the YouTube algorithm. I've talked about how the noise derails our YouTube's direction. The next point I want to bring up is how dependent we are on YouTube as a platform. If you're not getting much views right now, I have one possible reason, and that is YouTube right now is in a fierce competition with TikTok. That means YouTube is favoring shorts over long-form videos. So what this means for content creators is that you have to create YouTube shorts no matter how much you hate it. If you don't, you run the risk of not getting pushed by YouTube. In other words, you are not riding the wave and you will get punished for it. A lot of viewers ask what happened to my channel lately as it is going down, and I can confidently say one of the reasons is because I'm still not embracing YouTube Shorts. If you remember a few years back when Shorts first came out, everyone was creating a Shorts channel and gained millions of views. But now, I'm starting to see a blend of long form and Shorts videos in a single channel. Because from a business perspective, YouTube can't just copy what TikTok is doing and call it a day. YouTube needs to leverage their strong advantage, which is long form videos, and mix it in with Shorts so that YouTube has a unique advantage. So for YouTubers, this becomes more work, more effort, and more time. Creating a long form video is already tiring enough, but to add Shorts on top of that, that's why you're seeing so many AI services trying to repurpose your long form video for you. So what I'm getting here is, if you don't agree with YouTube's new direction, you can leave because YouTube doesn't care if you disagree with them. You're either on board or you're not. I do not believe YouTube protects many channels like how they always say. They probably protect the top 5%, those who are the faces of YouTube. I'm sure you know who those people are. And I find it very tiring to keep up with YouTube's needs. Well, if their next focus is on live streaming, does that mean I have to jump on that bandwagon or risk getting punished? And finally, consistency. I mean, that's the buzzword to use for YouTube success, right? I've been consistent for 5 years. I've burnt out several times, but I come back time and time again. What I can say is, yes, you need to be consistently posting, but if you're consistently posting content that nobody is interested in or not what YouTube deems as trending, then you're not consistently building your channel. You're consistently wasting your time. How do I know? Because I've done it. I consistently post things that I like and enjoy, thinking that YouTube is going to do the marketing for me. And guess what? In some way, they did push 3 of my videos. But what happens to the rest of them? I proved I have what it takes, but why aren't my other videos getting the same treatment? So anyways, if you have watched this video up till this point, I thank you for your time. If not, you probably already left a comment to say how whiny I am. But if you're still here, then I have some advice for you that you can implement now. Start thinking about repurposing your content on other social media platforms. Do not rely 100% on YouTube. I'm definitely giving up on relying on YouTube to build my business. I've already begun laying the works to diversify. A few platforms to keep in mind are TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Start thinking about repurposing your content there. It is actually a lot easier now because once you do a YouTube Shorts, you can repurpose it to other platforms without doing any further edits. I've already seen this happening with many big YouTube channels. They are diversifying because they know it is not a smart choice to rely on a single platform. It is difficult, especially for solo content creators who don't have all the time in the world. Even for me, I struggle too, but I started building systems and automation to help me out with this. You can check out some of the video here, but if you have any requests for a system or automation you want me to build, let me know in the comments or contact me directly. I'll see how I can help you out. Alright, I guess that's it. Thanks for sticking around and thanks for your time.